This is All Indiana Sports.
Some people say that Pascal Siakam should not be making the All-Star team because the Pacers aren't winning. What do you think?
I think that's a valid argument. I disagree with it. I think that he, on a losing team, has still put up great numbers. You stick him on a winning team, and he's an all-star then? That doesn't make sense to me. All-stars with the players, not the teams. So I think he should be an all-star still.
All right. I totally get it. Speaking of which, I saw this. I figured we should react to this based on the All-Star game coming up. A lot of talk this week about how to fix the All-Star game, right? Pretty much assuming that the Pro Bowl cannot be fixed at this point. But somebody who people may know came up with this suggestion.
Possible in 4 years if your guy Con Knippel continues on this trajectory. And we just have to say, you know what? PC headlines be damned.
I know where you're going.
White guys versus black guys. Luka, Joker, Flag, Reeves, Knippel against Wimby, whomever.
What do you think?
I think it's an interesting way to go about that, especially considering the month that it is. Happy Black History Month. But it's an interesting way to go about it. I think it's the same kind of concept as USA versus the world. I don't want to get too – I feel like USA versus the world is a lot less controversy than this is. I don't want to, get into politics, I guess you could call it, or racism or whatever. I just think it's people,
possible.
Yes, I think,
and it could be a good game.
People who get butthurt about this, like, do you get butthurt about the USA versus the world? Because the same type of thing. You're saying USA is better than anybody else in saying, yeah, we have enough players in the USA to compete against the whole world with other players. So, I think it's a cool idea, though. I don't know if it fixed the All-Star game necessarily, but I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah. There's lots of theories. Who knows? I mean, the way to fix it is defense, but that won't happen. And it barely happens in the NBA anymore.
Yep.
But I'm Kevin. This is my son, Liam. We are excited to present to you the All Indiana Sports Podcast.
Welcome back. We will go over a busy Pacers week, as always, with as many ups and downs as normal as we head into the All-Star break. So, let's go all in.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yup. Little housekeeping. Johnny Furphy has a torn ACL. It's rough to see that. I don't know if you saw Halliburton's reaction, but it was rough. He was like you could tell he feels the pain. Not exactly an ACL. I think an ACL is a lot. So I know an ACL is a lot harder to come back from than an Achilles. I don't know that because I've had both. I've had an ACL tear. The recovery time is longer for an ACL tear. A fully secure Achilles is about 10 to 12 months, and Achilles is anywhere from 12 to 16. You're not supposed to actually play in any games until a full year afterwards. So it's rough because Furphy's probably going to be out next season as well, and he took some pretty big strides this past season, and he was just plagued with injuries, like most of the team has been this season.
Yeah. And then also we had news of a fine that came down.
$500,000 for the Jazz and $100,000 for the Pacers for basically tanking. That's the simple way to put it.
You're resting players on a back-to-back night when your season is over. I don't know that there's a.
You're resting players on a back-to-back night. Your season's already over, and you're resting an all-star who is going to play in your all-star game and probably get people to watch because I forget where he's from, but I don't think anyone
Cameroon.
exactly.
Cameroon. Yeah.
No one else in the all-star game is from Cameroon. So you're
Nope.
going to get people from there watching it because of Siakam. So you're going to get viewerships that way. So, and you're going to get Pacer fan viewerships as well because other than that, why would Pacer fans care at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
But so you're resting him so that you can play in the All-Star game, or that's how you can put it. Doesn't have to be true, but you can put it that way. So it's
My problem.
but you did rest Nimhart. That's the thing that I kind of go, okay, maybe they use Siakam, but maybe it's Nimhart.
Yeah, you rest your players. I mean, once again, like we can all tell, your season is over.
Your season's over, and
Why
even
would
if
you
you
take risk, or we see this with Johnny? Why would you take risk at this point? You don't need to. You shouldn't be forced to, or fined if you do. My bigger problem is there are teams out there that are still doing this, but you can't prove it. Giannis, Trey, Morant. These are people who have been out now an extended amount of time, but since they went out, and it's not just a rest game, you can't prove anything. But they're doing the exact same thing, but they can't get fined for it and won't be.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't appreciate it.
I'll let you do this. You have a lot of fun with this one. How about it?
All right, we've been tracking the franchise record tracker, the bad record tracker. This is the 82-83 season, the worst finish overall record in franchise history, and 83-84 the worst start. And at this point in the season, it was 16-39 on both of them at this point. And at this point in the Pacers season, this season in 25-26, it's 15-40. So they've been gaining, but it's still set up to be, it still is now officially the worst start at this point in the season, and setting up to be the worst overall record ever.
Yep. Now onto the games, though, of this week. First one was in Milwaukee. It was 99-105. It was a good game in some spots, but just not enough defense from the Pacers. The middle quarters kind of was this big slump for them. Imagine that. And that was kind of the difference maker there.
Yes, Andrew Nembhard had 22 points, 8 assists.
Yep, and your all-star for the Pacers had 19.
Jarris Walker had 15 and 9 rebounds off the bench.
And Aaron Nesmith had 12.
But the Pacers only went 28% from 3. That is not like them, and that's not going to win you any games.
Yep, only 5 offensive rebounds compared to 13 for the Bucks. No answer for Kevin Porter Jr., Ryan Rollins, and Bobby Porter. All of them scoring over 20 each, and Jericho Sims had 15 rebounds.
15 rebounds?
Rebounds, yes.
That's
Zubac isn't in there, though. Zubac isn't in there yet.
I know, and he's got an ankle of his own, and
does.
so they're not even going to touch him until after the All-Star break now, so we'll see how long that lasts. A little word of advice after the fine, just hold him back. Just hold him back as long as you need to, because there's no reason to risk it. All right, the
Next game in Toronto, 104-122. The best part of that game was Micah Potter walking into a game in Toronto, Canada, with a USA hockey sweater on during the Winter Olympics. And I saw something really cool. I saw like a billboard today. It had the medal counts of the Winter Olympics. I was like, that's really cool.
Right.
USA was third. I think Norway was first.
Yep.
And then I don't remember who was second.
Italy, the host country.
That's right. So Canada not on the list. USA is better.
Nope.
But Norway tends to always do. I have to ask. Did you see the figure skater and what he did.
I haven't watched figure skating hardly at all.
He did a backflip.
Oh yeah. Oh, like not in the thing, in the actual thing.
That won them gold.
Oh, okay.
And
right.
then USA Curling won gold as well.
The
The guys and girls.
really? It's done already?
I saw that they won gold somehow, or they were going to compete for gold.
I know mixed doubles won silver. That was a guy and a girl. So
Yeah, I think that might have been they went to go play for gold.
Yeah.
I think that would make sense. But
Yeah,
still, silver out of curling.
I think,
And USA is never good at curling. Like,
well, they had their moments with Schuster's team. Now Schuster's team got beat by this new team. I saw them play a couple games, one against Chechnya, and they went. Chechnya made some terrible mistakes. USA won by 1, and then they played the Swiss, and it felt like you had some young kids who play curling part-time playing against grown men who play curling. That's all they do.
Oh.
It felt a little lopsided. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. But speaking of USA Hockey has played 5 games, men's and women's together. They have had the exact same goal total in every single game. Do you know what it was?
Was it? No, I don't. 5.
5-0. A couple games 5-1. Men have played 1 game so far, but so the other 4 are the women who are absolutely dominant.
Oh yeah, I watched the Finland game.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to watch a ton, but I've been keeping up. We watched downhill skiing, because it was on at one point.
Lindsay
I
Bowman.
saw I saw what happened with the crash, and then the helicopter came in and took her away and stuff. I was like, ooh. I was very glad that the snow popped up, because I did not want to see any of that.
This is why you don't try to go downhill at 80 miles per hour on skis on snow.
Yeah, you
when
do it in
you
a
don't
bobsled
have an
instead.
ACL.
You do it in a bobsled instead.
You don't have an ACL. What are you doing? You're not going to be able to make those turns. Although she said it had nothing to do with her ACL.
I don't know. Her knee bent a little weird whenever I saw it.
I call a liar on that one. But back to the Raptors game.
Back to the paper. Back to the Pacers.
The worst part of that game was getting outscored 27-8 out of halftime.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt. That's a 19-point swing, and that is over the amount of points that would have won you the game. So if you limited them to even, then technically you would have won.
Had a chance.
Siakam 18, so his point went down by 1.
Yep, Huff had 15, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Back in the starting lineup though.
Jarris Walker had 13, and Shepard had 12 off of the bench.
And Nembhard and McConnell both had 10 apiece.
Yep.
Good. To
Good.
the highlight game of the week.
Yes.
At the Knicks.
In the Garden, we hate the Knicks as Pacers fans. It felt like a playoff game in Madison Square Garden, as it always does against the Pacers. And the Pacers were back in postseason form with just some different faces.
Right.
8 players in double figures with 30 assists. A Siakam missed the free throw to allow the open door of overtime and the extra period defined by some runs.
Yes, Siakam had 30, but he was 5 for 10 from the free throw line. You know how much that drives me crazy.
Yeah, looking kind of like 23 to 24 Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
He was not very good at free throws. Very good last year, though. So
Yep. But he had 3 key late misses in regulation and in overtime combined. Not good.
the Pacers have come out for a new nickname, with Nembhard being Double Drew.
Okay.
So Double Drew, 24, 10 assists. Quentin Jackson played a key role, starting 19, including 4 for 6 from outside, and hit 2 key free throws late. One of his first times in the starting lineup. Big for him. He had a crazy dunk. Too.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Yep, that was in the Nets game, which is the next game.
Mhm.
McConnell had 13. Neesmith with 11 and 8 rebounds.
Yep. Ben Shepherd had 10 points and 7 rebounds, and Huff and Micah Potter both had 10 points each.
And Kobe Brown, 8 points, 6 rebounds in 19 minutes with his first action with the Pacers.
Yeah, he played some pretty solid minutes there. Next game was in Brooklyn, 115 to 110. Siakam, Neesmith, Nembhard, McConnell, they all sat. But the backups decided to do their best impression. Jarris Walker had 23.
Potter with a double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds off the bench.
Ethan Thompson had 15 off the bench. Talon Peter had 14 as a sub. First time we've mentioned his name this season.
Yep, and Huff had 11 and 2 blocks.
Cam Jones also started. He had 11.6 assists. Kobe Brown again had his first start as a Pacer with 7 rebounds.
And Shepherd started as well, going 3 for 5 from three-point land. So here you are. You rest all the starters on a second night of a back-to-back. You're thinking, okay, well, we're going to do what we're supposed to do and lose this one. And then all the backups decide to go, you know what? This is our big chance, guys.
Yeah.
And you're left a little confused.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Kind of funny, but
Yeah. Well, that's all the time. Oh, no. We have to go over our Boom Baby highlight of the week.
yeah. I think we both have one from the same game here.
You think so?
I wanted to go with the Quentin Jackson dunk just because it was so electric,
I thought you would.
but I'm gonna go with Jay Huff blocking Miles Turner's 3.
I don't have one from that game. I have multiple. I was gonna do a collection video. I just didn't have time to do it. But the collection video, a collection of all of the different times that Miles Turner looked so confused. There were many times in that game where he was running from this way to that way and this way, and just looked like, who am I? I think it was Huff that he did a pump and Huff over pursued and just flew on by. So many different times like that. So it's always fun to see Miles Turner look a little confused, especially against a team he should know oh so well.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
And that leads us to our who is your yes sir of the week?
I never thought I would be saying this guy is this. Micah Potter.
Oh, all right.
Bold going into Toronto. Didn't end up getting the win, but still bold. And then played a big part in all of these games, in all honesty. Even though the stat line doesn't prove it, although he did get a pretty good he got a good double-double in that last game against the Nets. Stat line doesn't prove it all the time, though. It's whenever we talk about those intangibles, whenever it comes to football games, there's intangibles whenever it comes to basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like, for example, an intangible with Zubac coming is he's going to he may not have all the stats in the world because he's going to be such a presence. And there's two ways to judge players, and it's or teams in general as well. And that's the stats, right, which are very important. But there's the eye test. And I like to judge by the eye test. So, although the stats just help along with it.
I totally agree. The tail of the tape is the most telling. How's that for alliteration? My yes sir of the week, I'm going to give it to the Jam Master, Quentin Jackson.
I like it.
He came in strong at the end, and so that's why. And let's be honest, the games he didn't perform well, they didn't win. The games he performed well in, they won. And
Very
so
true.
he may have been a difference maker, even though he may not have been the top stat guy. He had moments at the right moment that counted.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for this week. We'll be back next week with more Pacers talk, IU basketball's push against some ranked competition, and some more Indy Ignite talk, and maybe, just maybe, we'll squeeze in some Colts stuff as the combine approaches and draft picks fall into place. Not in the first round for the Colts, though.
Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all Indiana sports.
This is All Indiana Sports.